Federal Bureau of Investigation says that Shamsu Dinjabar deliberately drove his truck through a crowd on Bourbon Street Wednesday morning. At least 14 deaths have been confirmed. Dozens of others are injured. According to a military spokesperson, Jabbar was in the U.S. Army from 2007 through 2020, leaving service as a staff sergeant. The FBI says the 42-year-old was killed after a gunfight with officers. Officials say Jabbar had an ISIS flag in his vehicle at the time of the incident. Local 3's Ben Bobick is in New Orleans following the Sugar Bowl that was quickly overshadowed by the New Year's terrorist event on Bourbon Street. And Ben, security now an even bigger issue. Tell us about what it was like getting into the stadium earlier today.
Yeah, Latrice, it was certainly beefed up here earlier in the day. Actually, they just turned the lights out on us. Must be testing the lights. Any hoodles, yeah, it certainly was. They had a bomb sniffing dog outside where they let us in, where the media actually goes. And I believe we have some video that we took on our way in to kind of give you an idea of what it looked like when it comes to the media getting in. It was pretty, to be quite honest with you, it was pretty standard procedure for us. I mean, obviously we took a coach bus over here, and so a lot of media members got off at the same time. So the lines you see there, like, oh man, like, we had to wait a while, which we did have to wait. It took us about 30-40 minutes to get through the media security line, but of course that comes with we're checking a bunch of equipment and doing that stuff. It sort of looks like airport security, if we're being honest. But one of the Sugar Bowl staff members, did mention, hey, pack your patience today because it's going to take some time. So they certainly looked with intent and doing their due diligence, and I think that's going to be the case for a lot of folks today. I actually chatted with one of my friends who's actually coming to the game today. He said he's still good to go. We chatted with a bunch of people yesterday that were sticking around for the game. So I think having this game postponed a day is going to be huge in terms of security. So they were able to secure the Superdome here yesterday all day, make sure it's good to go. And obviously this 4 p.m. kick time gives them a little bit more extra time as well, Latrice.
Talked about the security, which of course is the biggest issue, and the loss of life there. But just talk about the mood now. The game has been postponed, but it's happening. It's a big game. Talk about the mood of what you're feeling and people are saying inside the stadium where you are now.
Yeah, it's just a very weird feeling because I think it first started with people that are here that was a sort of relief, right? They were like, okay, my family's safe, we're safe, just keeping track of people, and then also it turned into just a relief of that, but also just turned into just a feeling of sadness. It really does. It feels weird that we're going to play a college football playoff quarterfinal game here today, and it's just that sense of feeling relief that yours and your fans and your friends are okay, but also just a sense of sadness in a way for what happened. And it gives you that feeling of, are we supposed to be doing this today? And we certainly weren't supposed to be doing it yesterday. I think that was a great call to postpone it, but it's just a weird situation. But I think fans are honestly maybe just happy to have a little bit of an escape today. Just come here to watch a football game and relax, cheer on their favorite team. But it's just with such a heavy heart with what happened here and everything that happened in this community.
Definitely a heavy heart, and we're glad that you and KJ are safe as well. Thank you, Ben. Well, the FBI now says there is no one else involved in this attack. A potential improvised explosive device was in Jabbar's truck, and other IEDs were discovered in the French Quarter during a press conference this morning. And the FBI agent said they have video of Jabbar planting the IED devices. The FBI says it is investigating Jabbar's potential ties to terrorist organizations. At this time, there is no active manhunt for any other suspects. Aside from the people in our area who are in New Orleans for the bowl game, we have some from that area who are now living here, like the owners of Blue Orleans restaurant, owner Michael Adams. Adams says he remembers his time growing up there in the city, but what he doesn't remember is the violent crime that he's seeing now.
It's a hospitality city, and people are supposed to go there and to forget about 24 and looking forward into 25. And this kind of carries us into the new year. It's very heartbreaking.
Adams says when he received the news, he checked in on his loved ones who still live in New Orleans. He was relieved no one was downtown when the attack happened, but he hurts for the people who were in the French Quarter to ring in the new year.